What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2. From the time we heard a gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived at scene, as we dashed from lobby number 1, the only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe. Yes, let's talk about when you were Detective Bad heard that gunshot, shall we? Okay, Mina, take care and have fun. We'll see you in about an hour, I suppose. I suppose if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, if that crime had occurred at an entirely different time, then when that gunshot you heard went off, what then? That gunshot was a trap to manipulate our perception of what happened. Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard early in lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could be fabricated?
Take that!
That tape? Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is a surveillance tape of Mr. Rell at the prosecution presented in today's trial. Ah, that's too bad. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. Oh, another thing I need to do, actually I need to remember it and write it down somewhere. I need to make some chili marmalade. Because we are now out of chili marmalade and it's a disaster. I need to make chili marmalade. It is super tasty. I got the recipe from my mother. And like, chili marmalade is not very spicy. It's very mild. It has this like tiny burn, but it's very, very sweet. And it's so good. And I need to make it. I need to buy enough chilies and I need to make it. I was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up. You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was a gunshot in the video. Oh, but I do. Which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. It's the only thing I can think of too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Fairley's evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up, and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opened up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe. Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and little Miss Von Karma only knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew, didn't we, Miles? Yes, of course. We know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse rooms. Of course, I want to admit that we had no idea until a little while ago. That's right. And if the rooms are soundproof, then there's no way that we should not have been able to hear it. And yet we had the gunshot clear as day. And that's it. End of story. But it's not. There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. And it is despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Now, we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also opened.
Objection!
It's probably just a coincidence that they both opened at the same time. It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window opened in lobby number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something to cause the window to be opened, and that person who triggered that action is the real guilty party. Miss Callisto Yu, I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. What? You indict me? I love that line there, just like her lipstick being smeared across her face. Too bad I don't think that sticks around. But I love that little thing, just like, she's always putting on her makeup, like, and it's just like, I love it. Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she is the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet, but of course I'm serious. Because she is the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Yu, do you still feel like laughing now? Of course I do, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, it's gone now. Too bad. But that's the limitations of the DS hardware, I guess. My argument must not be as tight enough yet. Although I never thought things would spiral into this, but I have you know that I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess it means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right? You argue that the window was opened, however, do you have any proof that I was the one who did that? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked that you're going around accusing people of murder like this. Especially with logic as full of holes as yours. Oh, but she didn't need to open the window because someone else would do it for her. This is what really sucks. I mustn't let my guard down even for a second or the truth will be blown away. Now the time to put the patented von Karma perfect proof to the test. Evidence? All I need to do is prove to have some prints analyzed and would know straight away. Be my guest. She sounds as though she has a room to maneuver, which means even if we were able to lift fingerprints, so only show it to someone else, but why that someone else was forced to open that window? That's simple logic. Why don't I try presenting that piece of evidence? I have nothing to lose. What's wrong? The scrunched eyebrows, lines on your forehead, all back. More importantly, you are going to be. Are you okay? Going to be okay not running the fingerprint analysis? Yes, I'll be fine. Oh, well, in that case, I'll just continue with my testimony, alright? Alright, so here we're going to do like this, present the...
Objection!
I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yu? Ah, Edgeworth, I never you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I recommend for boys, you know. This isn't mine. That's right, it's mine. And I received it from Detective Bad, you see. Miss Yu, you can pretend all you like, but we know this much for sure. That this bottle of perfume was given to Detective Bad by you. Because it was really strong, really fast. So, what about the perfume? While you were in Detective Lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad. Oh, I know. You also knew that if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window. Come now. I already told you it was all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know. So, maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window. The timing of when you when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. You mean? Miss Yu, you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1. When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway, is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could only have been thought of by you, Miss Yu. You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. Would you care to testify as to why? Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow wary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap this absurd case up once and for all. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of von Karma. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I did not even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Miles, her testimony is flawless. Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape from me. And if I'm lacking information, I'll just draw it out of her. I think I already explained the significance of that earlier. You only confirmed that I did spill some perfume. That's all. That you would accuse me of murder based on a simple spill. Don't you dare complain about when I sue you for defamation of character. Do as you like, but as for me, I believe. You believe? I believe that you are the true culprit in this case. My, you're enthusiastic. Of course, I should have guessed.
Hold it!
I formally request that you desist in your attacks against my mentor. Yes, we will sue you for defamation. All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. How dare you say such a thing? Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you. Aww, why do you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue? And why exactly could you not have killed him? I was just about to testify to that. You're such an impatient man. I'm not really into that, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. Preferences have no bearing on what is at hand. Feeling a little uncomfortable, are we?
Objection!
Miss Yu, you would desist on this tomfoolery and return to your testimony. And Miles, if you're going to lose your cool, then I won't be showing you any mercy. Sorry. Miss Yu, please continue with your testimony. Sure. As I was saying, I couldn't possibly kill Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from.
Hold it!
At this rate, she'll inevitably escape. And if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Man, what do you think you're doing? I'm drawing the truth out of her. That is what I'm doing. Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today. Well, I suppose it's because the evidence was something Faraday had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut the lies? I already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence that he had yet to present was the key the Yatagarasu had sent. And unless the key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. Did you really think you could track me? Calm now. Be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you said to your testimony. Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like.
Hold it!
Miss Yu, I would just like to confirm something with you one more time. Oh, about what's going to happen to Detective Gumshoe after all this? I don't need to ask you about that, because he isn't a killer. Looks like the number of wrinkles on your forehead has increased yet again. That issue aside, Miss Yu, I would like to ask you about what's inside the bag. You're sure it was the Yatagarasu's key, correct? Yes, I'm sure. Which is why I'm completely baffled as to where that knife could have come from. I think I just spotted a road to a perfect victory. Keyblade can kill these. Finally, we apparently have revealed your true identity, Miss Yu. Miles, her final statement. Yes, I know. All to do now is present the evidence. What's this ominous feeling that I can't shake?
Objection!
Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it might look like a key at first glance, it in fact has this secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes? Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing the existence of the Yatagarasu's key. I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know. You would, even now, still feign ignorance. I'm not feigning everything. But I can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Are you mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Now, take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow, who knew that it was such a trick to this thing? Are you satisfied now? Yep. But of course, you knew about it from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu key were one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement and who could never been privy to this trick, would never have known about it to begin with. Furthermore, there's something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before I dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. He also told me that the key turned into a knife at that time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms. What you're saying is simply not possible. And why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife, what? Didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. There we go. English is hard. For within these pages he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection!
I'm not sure he would have written down everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication?
Objection!
Unfortunately, that is also impossible. Because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, and is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess they wouldn't have much reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? Yeah, like... It's more than, like what you would use for theater. And theater you use very, very, very heavy makeup. How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. It's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to say that I also know about how you know the real nature of the knife. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will. And I will wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. This is it, the moment of truth. The secret behind the Yatagarasu's key. The only person who could have knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know that from the start that the Yatagarasu's knife could change into a knife? The Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife.
Take that!
There's only one person who could have known about the dual nature of this key. Ah, and that is? And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself. Yeah, dual. Let's go with dual. We're shipping it now. Yeah, Edgeworth's outfit is very like pompous compared to what he wears later. It's like super like... He's like a peacock, really, with that outfit. Are you saying this lawyer is the great thief Yatagarasu? Miss Yu, you used Mr. Rel to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You, who professes to bear grudge against criminals, why? Why do something like this? Okay, take care, and thank you for dropping by. And enjoy. Drawing is fun. I'm just gonna stop here and eat some nuts. Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling is a thrill. It's even greater than when I sneak into this someplace. You killed Faraday.
The power of friendship.
Oh, hello there, Ellie. That is power of friendship indeed. Thank you for gifting another sub. And that goes to Pix. Magpie is some sort of eagle, not a peacock. Why? Answer me, Callisto Yu. Callisto. Callisto Yu, ha. That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the Grand Thief Yatagarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. And I made Rel an offer, an acquittal, in return for a little favor. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being Yatagarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into complete mess. I chased after them and checked, eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. And Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. But why did you say you didn't you just say you despise criminals? But I do really. Do I really? You! Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too? Maybe. What sort of woman were so then? It was your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent. Well, I had a good idea what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the real Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use a knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think that something like this could be a weapon? You think that something is up here, Pix, huh? I casually entered lobby number 2 with the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. And in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. And then he let me hold the Yatagarasu's key just like that. He never even noticed I had changed the key into a knife inside of that plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life. How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, then there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well. I believe I mentioned why when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness. And how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they killed each other. Then, the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that we caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape. Which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after it was all said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client? Client? If you want to talk about who was a client of whose first, it was me. I was a client of the murder of the Copenhagen embassy staff member Deedman. You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Deedman killed because he was about to give away information about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? It can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. How could this?